It's really warm in England at the moment. At least for England's sake. Today we're talking about ideas. And we're talking about ideas because, well, I haven't had any ideas this week. And then yesterday I was talking on the stream I was thinking of setting up VR, because I haven't been on VR in ages, and seeing how that functions, and I didn't get that far. It wasn't it's still not functioning properly now. I have a bit of a fuzzy head and don't think VR is a good idea. So that's not happening, because I was going to do that as the stream and then just upload that as the VOD, and that's not happening. That's not happening. Just don't feel up to it. That's fine. So I started trying to think about the ideas, and I have had quite a few ideas today. Just nothing I can film and record and edit in one day. So I was thinking, because the topic of starting a TikTok's come up, and I have no idea what I would do on TikTok if I did start up a TikTok, but I've thought about it, and if I'm going to think about it more, if I'm going to think about it properly, stuff on my glasses, I'm going to want to, get a better idea of what's on TikTok. And to do so, this is going to be really awkward to do it with one hand. I apologise, I'm not editing this, so you can deal with it. So I was thinking I could do a reaction to the best of TikTok, called the worst of TikTok, or the best and the worst of TikTok, and I searched for the best and worst in TikTok and got cringe compilations, and no, maybe for content, I don't know. I don't like cringe comedy. I don't like cringe anything. No, I'm not a fan, but maybe for the content. I mean, that's the whole reason why I'd be setting up a TikTok in the first place, is for the content and for the exposure. For context, by the way, I'm still doing the July thing. I haven't done the stream today, but I have streamed at least 2 hours every day in July, even though sometimes that's been in bits because my internet for the past 2 days has been real good. It's cut out mid-stream for both the past couple streams. But so hopefully I don't have that problem late when I get to streaming later today. But yes, so ideas. I had that idea. There was talk in the news. I'm not 100% sure because I only half pay attention to news media, but about eating healthy and all this sort of how news media does, especially British news media. They love at least once a month talking about how British kids are all unhealthy, or British people are all really unhealthy, and I'm just thinking, just teach them how to cook well. So that's what I want to do. I don't have the means to do that, set that up, or anything at this very moment. But I might talk to Georgia about setting stuff up at her place, because she's got a new place, and that has a better kitchen for setting up for filming, for one. And also the whole sort of idea of the series is to teach people quick, easy, or quick, easy, simple, not even the basics. I will be talking about some of the basics in there, but like fried rice, pasta dishes, really simple, fairly simple stuff that anyone can take and learn and then adapt and add to. And I've got the recipes for all over the place. I will be getting the recipes from all over the place, and there'll be stuff that I will do one on the tacos I've been making recently. Tacos I've been making recently, I haven't got a recipe for. I just started making because I got I've got these, because I got to the point now with cooking where I can, I can grab a bunch of ingredients, because we got chorizo for one thing, and I'm actually gonna have to get more if we're gonna make more of that, thinking about it. But we got chorizo for one thing, but we got more chorizo than we're gonna need, because obviously you don't get decent quantities of chorizo. And so I was like, well, I've got some chicken. I will get some wraps. I've got some peppers, and I'll just, I'll cook that up, and I can make that on I've made that twice now, and it's just making that, throwing spices over. This is the one thing that I don't even remotely measure the spice for, because I'm doing it completely on the fly, and yet I've made it twice, and they are some of the nicest chicken they're some of the nicest chicken tacos, some of the nicest chicken I've ever made, never alone some of the nicest tacos I've made. But even I don't even know, and it's not about making everything. When I was in high school, like, or maybe even in college even. Yeah, I think it was college, because it was like, oh, we're gonna take a day and teach you life skills, which you'd think they would have got to already, but my problems with the educational system aside, one of them was, we're gonna teach you cooking, and the thing they wanted to teach us how to cook was lasagna, but they also wanted to make us our own bechamel, and I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to make your own fucking cheese sauce. You can go buy cheese sauce. Like, a jar of cheese, that's still fine. A jar of bechamel is just as good a bechamel as you're going to make. Like, in fact, it's probably better, because bechamel's a pain in the ass to make. So if I was to do an episode on lasagna, which I might, I'd teach you how to make a bolognese. I'd teach you how, and then I'd just tell you to buy everything. I'd even tell you to buy pre-grated cheese. And then buy a block of mozzarella and grate that over it as well, because, not mozzarella, fucking Parmesan. No, you get cheddar and mozzarella mixed pre-grated, because that's almost always there. It's almost always an option. And I don't know if I want to do that simple or tweak it a bit. But that's stuff I can plan, and I can plan like a whole day worth of filming. I just have to organize it with Georgia, and that's a thing that I can then edit together and put out, regularly. Like, I have ideas here. I just haven't started. I just haven't put them in. And obviously, a lot of the ideas, like I have sketch ideas written down, and I've got other video ideas out written down, which all got, none of which have even been touched because of the last, year and a half or so, by this point, of just the world being kind of really dead. So I've not done any of those. I don't even remember what all of them are. But I think we are getting more and more into the point where I can start organizing people. Oh, excuse me. Organizing people properly for stuff. But that depends. And yeah, well, I mean, I've had other ideas today as well. Like, I generally had more ideas today than I can bother to remember. But I've had ideas, just not. I've not, for one reason or another, not done them. Like, I was thinking, like, even if it was like I could download a VOD and edit highlights, well, I don't have time today. And that's the thing, because I've not had any good ideas for the past couple of days. Like, I've been thinking about since what, Monday about this, and I've just not had any good ideas. Like, now I'm having a bunch of, today I'm having a whole load of ideas. Like, I've got an article saved. I might have talked about this before. I don't remember. I've got an article saved on Google, on like a bookmark, and I saved it because it's a awfully written article. It's also incredibly sexist, because it's one of those, no, we can't be sexist towards men sort of thing. Really feels like it, and it's like 100 something. It's like 100 things women would like men to know, or something stupid like that. And I'm like, no. No, it wasn't that. It was actually worse than that. Because I'm sure there's actually things that you, like, going both ways. I'm probably sure that's a really good conversation that we could probably have. And I've talked at length before about how just fucking talking about the problem is such a good solution if people would actually fucking do it. But the idea of this article was just basically, fuck you, men. Fuck you. Fuck everything you do. We don't like any of it. And, it was really badly written and toxic, and there was 100 things. Some of them were the same thing, some of them were contradictory. I don't remember them all, and I intentionally left it for I found this in uni. I think I found this in, first year uni. I have intentionally left this, partially because I wanted to get everything set up for it properly, but partially because I read through it at the time, and I wanted to forget it. Because I want it to be sort of a gut check reaction, more of a gut check reactions for it. And also because I feel like I needed to go into it with a much clearer head than just the initial, when I first read it. Because, yeah, I just remember it being really poorly written. And, yeah, really poorly written, really toxic, and again, really fucking sexist. Because it comes to that whole, we can't be sexist towards men thing. It's like, almost as worse as the people that say that men can't be sexually assaulted. Like, no, fuck you. Ah, fuck you. I know this is a video on ideas, but this is taking a tangent into equality, because everything should take a tangent into equality. It's just like everything should take a tangent into the fact that, like, capitalism is awful, and everything should take a tangent, which we've already done, actually, now I think about it. Every should take a tangent into how awful the education system is, because if we keep mentioning it, it will stay in people's minds, and then we can, progress, because, God, there is a lot of problems. And yeah, that's another thing. Like, that's another one of my... I'm shaking the camera a lot, and I'm now blocking the camera. I'm doing a really good job today. And again, I am filming this all kind of late and last minute and just talking. But I've talked about this before. Like, one of my main goals is to change the world. That is why it is still. And it was there before the Day of the Day series. It will stay there after the Day of the Day series. Change the world. Big fucking off letters. Cross my wall, because it is... Like, that one died. That one died. That's all that's left. That's mostly because I kept hitting it with the with the chair because of where it is. And I also don't really care too much about that because it was just a catchphrase. It's a catchphrase for the sake of a catchphrase, pretty much. And so there was something on the floor. It's still on the floor because I didn't pick it up properly, and I will pick it up. Hopefully, remember to pick it up when I'm finished this. But yeah, there's so much in the world that needs changing because there's so many things that are objectively broken. And I would love to be able to fix that, even in a small part. And we can only do that by constantly pointing it out. So yes, the educational system is awful and flawed. Economics is the root of all capitalism is the root of all evil. Economics in general, kind of. And what was the other thing I said? Don't remember. I have a very bad memory and a very short attention span. But I do my best. Yes, I'm going to put this up straight after recording it. If you watching it today or any other time in this month, I am streaming every day this month, as I've mentioned. And please come and join out and check out. And I guess that's the other thing. I am small and insignificant, and even if I wasn't, I'd like to say that even if I wasn't, I would still be paying enough attention, but I know that I'm fully aware that the idea of being big, it makes every single comment be more of just a crowd and less of but suggestions. Be it suggestions for what to play on Twitch or suggestions for what you'd like to see in videos. I'm all for it. Like, I am happy to listen to you. I'm happy to work around you. I'm happy to plan based on your suggestions and your ideas. I make no promises. There are things I won't do. I don't like horror games. You'd have to do a hell of a lot to convince me to play a horror game, because I really just don't. I don't do it. I don't have any desire or drive to do it ever. So that's a thing that I won't do. And I guess I could play Fortnite, but be fully prepared for me to be completely shitting on it the whole time, because Apex is better. I played Apex on stream 2 days ago. Yes, I think so. Yes, because the day before that was me looking for wrestling stuff. But yeah, I was playing Apex a couple of days ago on stream, and I said this. It is the perfect... no, it's not perfect. It's still broken as everything else, but it is... Because it is in two genres, it becomes very unique in both of them. Because it is a hero shooter and it is a battle royale, and because it's both, it stands out very much as a hero shoot as far as hero shooters go, because it's not just your standard bullshit that every other hero shooter is. I still think Battleborn had that with having like a league, like a MOBA style, like in-game evolution. It had lane pushing as well. It had MOBA elements, Battleborn, and I know I've mentioned this before, but that game shouldn't have died. I'm so disappointed that it did. Because it was a really good game. Had a lot of problems. It was unbalanced as all hell, but so is Awesome Noughts, and Awesome Noughts is still going, so. But that was that, and then that was being unique because I was a hero shooter and a MOBA, and also a good story. I think maybe he was trying to do too many things, and the fact that the characters were locked at the beginning is probably the biggest nail in the coffin. But that's an aside. Other than that, most hero shooters are the same thing. Like Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, they were all like seen as the same thing because they pretty much were. Like, they already had their own world, and the game modes were structured slightly different. And God, I will love the day when I love any day that I get a game of Overwatch that actually plays both sides, because no, it never does, because people immediately leave the match afterwards, which is the most annoying thing. Because Overwatch is designed where you play attack and then you play defense, or vice versa. But you complete a round, say you're on attack the first round, you complete the attack round, and then like 5 of the enemy team and 3 of your team drop, and there's now not enough players, and it goes, well, fuck it, you're all going back to the lobby. Where if everyone stayed in the game, it would just go and play the other way around. It is designed to do that, it just never happens, because no one fucking stays to do it. It's one of the most annoying things. It's one of the most annoying things that anyone's ever done. Almost annoying is the fact that they randomly decide to change to 5v5 instead of 6v6, which is just completely You know what? I'm not here to talk about Overwatch. But the point is they're all the same. And in a lot of ways, I think most Battle Royales are exactly the same. Like, PUBG and Warzone are just gun game. The guns, you know. Like every other fucking first-person shooter in the face of the planet. But but whatever the fucking Battle Royale mechanics had, which is not a lot. And then, I mean, Fortnite's got a unique mechanic, but it's only got that unique mechanic because it was supposed to be a completely different game. Like, and even then, it's not it's not interesting of a unique mechanic. It's just more. You can add more mechanics, and it just makes it more complicated. And I feel like that's going to be my opinion on that. But I will do it if you want me to. I'm not playing Roblox though. I would like actual content in my game. Thank you very much. It's like Fortnite at least still has content in the game. I'm not sure this is completely over people's heads. Point is I have ideas, just no time to make them today, because I've had most of them I've had today, or require a lot more production. I have a lot of ideas that require a lot more production. I should start organizing production at some point. I'll probably talk to Georgia about it, because when she's not busy, go over. I'm sure she'll accept me making her food, making her free food, and teaching her how to make food going forward, which is two positives. And there'd also be I want to test stuff on that as well. It's I found a bunch of 3-ingredient recipes that I wouldn't mind trying, and a whole bunch of microwave based desserts that I think would be worth trying. That could be a good video of us trying that. Point is I want to take a couple of days and film a bunch of food stuff and then schedule that. As far as other uploads, wrestling got 2 weeks left, and 2 weeks the last round for both of the blocks coming up. Then we're gonna take a week, throw some dark matches at you, and talk about what's to come, which is the next tournament, because we're gonna keep with sort of tournament formats for now. Different tournament formats. So at the moment we're wrapping up the G1 style tournament. Then we're gonna do more of a big single elimination tournament with lots of things. If you want to know more, go check the YouTube. The Twitch. I think that one was the first one I had archives on. Yes, I think it was. Where I was talking more about that. But also because we're gonna start doing those on Twitch, we're gonna have more dark matches. We're gonna start running stuff on there, the Who's Here title. The Who's Here title, which was the whole point of it, is it's defended in an elimination chamber match with random people every single episode. Obviously, we've been doing that because we're doing the tournament. We focused on the tournament, and the tournament's about the right length, just doing the tournament matches. So we're gonna start doing those as dark matches. We already crowned a new champion in the dark matches. We've also recorded we did another one during that during our recording session this week, which wasn't the other day. It was ages ago. Someone outside has decided to make a lot of noise to make me filming this outro really fucking awkward. But yes, so that's the thing. We will be doing that this week as well, which will probably be tomorrow, and we'll be filming what will probably be the first match of that dark. Yes, once we've done the dark, it'll be back to the finals, which will have the 2 finals, probably a losers match and some other stuff, which I still need to decide. And then we'll be doing the next tournament following that. People outside really deciding to be loud at the worst time. And yeah, we'll hopefully get more production on this. Again, I don't be surprised at the weird series of this that this is going to be this month, because I am working myself a bit too much and also doing a bunch of other stuff. I am so annoyed at the Universal Credit at the moment because I've had 2 different phone call appointments, both of which they've cancelled like with not even 2 hours notice, which is bullshit. I bet if I had 2 hours before went, I'm not coming, and refused to give a reason, I would get kicked off the whole program. But they do it, and I just sit there and seethe. Really angry about it. Hate double standards. Double standards. Add double standards to the double standards and bureaucracy. I mean politics in general. Like politics in general, but I don't specify politics in general because politics in general actually comes under the whole economics is the root of all evil thing, because it's most of the problems that comes in politics comes down to capitalism. It's like people with skin in the game, people that, you know, I'm not getting into it. This video was supposed to be ideas. It is now over 21 minutes, and I definitely didn't just talk about ideas. But yeah, if you do have ideas, let me know. If you have stuff you want me to see, if you want to see me do or us do. I didn't know that was the other idea. I had a, because I've got a few quizzes. I've got a quiz made up, and I've got another idea for a thing, which is just stealing ideas that people did ages ago. But also the good old, and I'm pretty sure there are other formats for this, but just here's a set of emojis. What movie, TV show, or food, or whatever is it trying to portray? And that might be a fun quiz to set up and stuff. So that's another idea that I've had today. But again, that requires way more people and production and setup that I have for this. I don't like leaving these things last minute because I just end up doing this, which is me talking, which I'm fine. I like talking to the camera, I like rambling on about stuff, but it's not that interesting, I'm sure. I'm sure some people find it interesting. I'm sure it'd be better if I was actually but I had the time and effort and could be asked setting up the camera and doing it properly, but I'd rather just do it to my phone because it's easier, honestly. Maybe I should get an attachment and be able to, so I can set my GorillaPod up somewhere, and also so I can hold the GorillaPod instead of holding the phone, because that'd probably be more comfortable and probably easier if I'm going to keep doing this. Anyway, that has been way too much of me rambling and talking, but that's what I do on here a lot of the time. I even thought about doing this as more of a sketch, but again, I just went, well, that's going to be way too much time and effort and actually going to require editing to do, because it's going to be me talking, but also me adding bits. I keep resetting myself, don't I? I'm going to stop. Ta-ra. Take care.